communication skills. She definitely is on the fast track, more like a bat out of hell. She holds an MBA degree and works for HP. She concluded her icebreaker speech urging us to speak right. And today, sitting towards my left, she would be speaking right. Let's all welcome Toastmasters to Jana.
Leaves of indelible memories make a mournful rustling in the dark. We all wish to erase the dark moments of our life. But all the experiences of the life, either good or bad, make us who we are. Hence, erasing any of these experiences would be a great mistake, would be a great blunder. Good evening, Toastmasters. I am Srujana, and I take this wonderful opportunity to share with you an experience of my life that taught me an everlasting lesson of appreciating people for who they are. I was in 8th semester of my engineering. It was a Monday morning and I was going to the college. I went down to the parking area to start my vehicle. Earlier then, I had an old Bajaj Spirit which would give a lot of trouble starting, and I had to do rounds of circles to start this vehicle. And that day was not an exception. To my dismay, my vehicle did not start even that day. After relentlessly trying for 15 minutes, exhausted, I looked around to seek help. And I could find no one except for a poor girl sitting on the ground and reading a book. She looked at me with the intention to offer help. I looked at her arrogantly and blasted her for sitting and staring at the situation and instructed her to come and offer help. She rushed towards my vehicle and tried her level best to offer help. However, it was all in vain because she had never touched the vehicle and was knowing nothing about any vehicle whatsoever. I asked her who she was and what was she doing here. She said her name was Lakshmi and she was the eldest daughter of a hostel watchman and she was preparing for her exams. I was least interested to talk to her. However, I had to kill time as I was waiting for my friend and the vehicle had refused to start. So just casually I asked her which exam she was referring to. She replied as IAS exam. Her reply took me by a shock. I just couldn't believe. And I gave her a condescending, a demeaning smile, a smirk as you may say. That smile, I think so, was hurting enough to provoke her justify her stunts. And she started explaining. She told me that even previous year she had attempted for IAS exam, but she had missed the prelims just by few marks. But this time she was confident enough that she would make it. I just couldn't take it anymore. I cut down her words as I saw my friend approaching towards me. And my friend suggested that we walk down to the college. Now there were two paths that we could choose from to go to the college from a hostel. The one was a muddy lane from hostel to college, and this lane was assumed to be the shortest distance from hostel to college because you could see our college building right from the side gate of a hostel. And the second one was a main road from the front gate of a hostel, and this lane or this path was considered to be the longest distance because we couldn't see our college building right from the beginning of this or right from the front gate of the hostel. And like any other pedestrians, we were not an option or exception. We thought, let's take the shortest route. And we started walking towards the college using this muddy lane or by this muddy lane. And as we started walking towards the college, just casually we started talking, and my friend, who happened to be a student of civil engineering department, told me that they had conducted a land survey a few months back and had surprisingly discovered that this muddy lane was a longer distance from hostel to college when compared to that of the main road. And this was quite surprising and contrary to our belief. No sooner we ended this discussion, we had almost reached the college and the lectures began. But surprising enough, that day I was not able to concentrate on my lectures at all. Something deep within was bothering me. I was feeling very uncomfortable and I was totally put at my ease. I came back to the hostel after the first lecture and I could still see Lakshmi with a book. Now I almost knew what was going on in my mind. I came to my room, took out my diary and thought for a while as to why I was feeling the way I was feeling. And I realized that my subconscious mind was trying But what was it? Two different incidents happened that morning, both of them very different, but they are profoundly related. I realized that the muddy lane was assumed to be the shortest distance from hostel to college because we could see our destination, that is the college building, right from the beginning of this path. We are Toastmasters. This is the same fundamental phenomena that applies to our life as well. When we can clearly see our destination, when we have a clear focus, a vision, a mission in life, then the journey towards our destination not only seems shorter, but also seems enjoyable, cherishing, relishing, and pleasant. On the contrary, if we do not know where our life is headed towards, the journey not only seems longer, but also seems extremely unpleasant and tiring. That day, for the first time, I realized the importance of having vision in life. And this fact was corroborated by this girl Lakshmi, who cultivated an unthinkable vision amongst her peer fraternity, and above all had the determination and courage to pursue her vision. After that day, even though I saw Lakshmi near the basement area a couple of times, I never bothered to speak to her. Time passed by, I completed my engineering and moved on to Delhi. But somewhere in my silent moments, I would think of this girl and deeply regret that condescending, demeaning smile of mine. Even though it's very difficult for me to accept in public, I know that the spark in her eyes had left me curious enough to know where she is and what she is doing. 3 years being in Delhi, I came back to my hometown and put in an additional effort, went an extra mile to the hostel to inquire about the family of this watchman. And I was told that Lakshmi couldn't make it to IAS cadre. However, she had got a very good ranking in IRS, and now, as time-based destiny, she is now the district revenue officer of Nasik, Maharashtra. And dear Toastmasters, it is then that I learned a very important lesson in life. To never underestimate anybody's capacity, potential, and dreams, including our own. For if a heart can conceive it, a mind can visualize it, I know we can achieve it. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Srutina. That was a really nice message, and I'm sure you have achieved it already. Now, going back to